Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopijana Vallabha Shodanandana Brajajanarandana Shodanandana Brajajanarandana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Everybody together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Once more. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. One last time, please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय, श्री श्री गौनिताय की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री श्री राधा दामोदर की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमावों विष्णुपादाय यज्ञपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। भगवते Welcome all of you for this morning program. So, who are all the Sankalp devotees? Athar and? Where is Devadash from? Which place? Yeah. Okay. And then? Very good. SJM. Yes, Seshadripuram. Okay. And? Radheshyam. Oh, SNGM. She Narsimha Giridhari mother. Yes. And then? Harsha. Okay. Okay. Where, which, the Kunjiberi temple or the Vandamachandra temple? The Nigdi Ravit. Okay, very good. Maybe I may know the family also because I was there in Nigdi way back in 91 to 93. I was there. Okay. This body is very good. So I thought of speaking on this topic, 5 topics of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. If you know these 5 topics, you know the essential theme of the Bhagavad Gita. Any of your friends ask you, what is Bhagavad Gita all about? Immediately you can speak this to them. These 5 truths. Because nowadays, everywhere there is a great interest across the globe to know what is Bhagavad Gita, because we see that people who are knowledgeable about Bhagavad Gita are very mature and they know the art of dealing with the world and dealing with crisis, and they are also very smart in doing their work. So this has become a very famous thing in America. If you say I'm going to give a seminar on stress management, nobody comes. If you say Bhagavad Gita, big crowd comes, which goes to show the popularity of the Bhagavad Gita. So when I had sent many posters, they told me, Prabhu, you any poster, but the topic should have Bhagavad Gita. I told them. So that kind of craze is there across the globe now. So therefore, I thought it would be wise to know about this. So Ishwara, God, and Jiva, living entity, and the Prakrti, material nature. And there is Kala, time, and Karma, activity. Let us see about each of it little. One of you read that? Who has a mic with you? You have a mic? Where is it?
Ishwara, God. The Supreme Godhead, or Krishna, or Brahman, or the Supreme Controller, or Paramatma, you may use whatever name you like, is the greatest of all. When we see wonderful things happening in the cosmic nature, we should know that behind this cosmic manifestation there is a controller. Nothing could be manifested without being controlled. It is childish not to consider the controller. For instance, a child may think that an automobile is quite wonderful to be able to run without a horse or any other animal pulling it. But a sane man knows the nature of the automobile's engineering arrangement. He always knows that behind the machinery there is a man, a driver. Similarly, the Supreme Lord is the driver under whose direction everything is working. Introduction to Bhagavad Gita as it is.
Yeah. So, Srila Prabhupada, when he went to America, he taught everything in a very scientific and secular manner. Very observable, practical, relevant to all people of all places and all times, and all religions also. Anybody can easily appreciate the style in which Prabhupada presented the truth. Like, for example, when you observe the world here, you see there are 2 things you can observe. One is dead matter, another one is living personalities, living beings. So it's called Jada and Chetan. These 2 things are observable phenomena. Scientists thought at one time the plants are Jada, they were thinking. But in 1903, Jagdish Chandra was proved that plants also have life. Plants may not walk from place to place, but they also have life. So then scientists seriously thought about how do we define a living entity? What is living and what is not living? For example, there are certain bacteria or virus. So scientists observed they behave like a crystal, like a virus. You must have seen crystallized thing in the school days. You must have seen. They must have shown you. The virus looks like crystal, but it also sometimes starts moving. It starts acting also. So they were very doubtful about is it living or non-living. Imagine, for example, for the agarbatti we use, there is a short agarbatti. You all have seen that? Gobar. So one gobar agarbatti is lying here. And after half an hour, you find it is moving there. Then you understand it is not agarbatti. What is it? Some insect, some worm. Because agarbatti cannot move on its own from here to there. So you will see that the virus sometimes shows living symptoms. Other times it doesn't show. It looks like dead, but it is not dead. Like when we went for excursion during our school days, we were taking an ocean bath. So when I came to the bank of the ocean, I saw some item like a star. So I was a small kid. I thought the star has fallen from the sky. I picked it up and I ran to the teacher and showed her. Madam, I got a star. So it was very like a rocky thing. It was. So when he showed the madam, she said, "Oh, this is not a star. This is starfish." She said, "Fish, but fish looks long. But this looks like a star." I said. She said, "Yes, the shape is like a star, but it is a fish." Immediately I dropped it. My God, it's a living thing, but it was looking like rock. Yes. But when it goes in water, it will become softer. So clearly, everybody knows the living things are different from dead things. Dead things don't think, they don't feel, they don't will, they don't have emotion. They don't have living sometimes like reproduction. Like you never find any machines reproducing. They don't grow also. You find only wherever there is a living spark, then only the growth happens. Look at a seed. It grows into a big banyan tree. If you have like a mango seed, you put it, it grows into a mango tree. Same size mango, you make a plastic mango seed, it will not grow. Dead matter doesn't grow. Dead matter just decomposes. That's all. So this is the first observation we should make in this world. What is living? What is non-living? Make it be very clear about it. Sometimes people foolishly argue because they don't know. They say that, oh, there are automated cars nowadays. They say, what automated cars are you talking about? Because every automated car has a man behind it. The automated car works for someone, and it is working based on the instructions given by someone. Like, for example, take a robo. A robo is like even if a robo goes for a war, let us say Boston, Massachusetts, they have made a robo, and they're sending it for a war between America and Vietnam or something like that. They're sending it. So the robo is actually made by a man, and it is sent in war, and the signals and direction and control comes from the control room for the robo. Correct or not? It's just a dead machine. It is being monitored. It's being controlled to fight in the war. And then they found one interesting thing. You can actually imitate all the movements, like the finger movements, these movements and the elbow movements. Everything can be done. Hip movements, walking, jumping, all the things that a robo soldier can do. But one thing they could not do, they found was that if you send the robo in war, they said they thought we'll send thousands of robos in war, so we can save the human living beings. But then the war, when it goes for the war, in case the enemies hack your account, they can hack it and then they take control of your robo. Then the same robo which was supposed to shoot the enemy will turn around and shoot you. Because the robo has no loyalty. That they found. So then they understood the main difference between living and non-living. Because robot doesn't know who is his master. Whoever has control over him is his master. Like that he does. On the contrary, you will find a man a soldier belonging to one nation goes to the rival nation in the neighborhood. And if he's caught there, before he can be interrogated, he consumes some cyanide and finishes his body so that he cannot release any secrets. That is his loyalty to his motherland, correct? So human beings, the living bodies are different, robots are different. You can make robo move their eyebrow, smile, all that can be programmed. Because you just need to keep chips and then give instructions, you move this, and then it'll look like smiling. Now they're trying to replace all the humans with robots in many places, like receptionists. So they've understood one thing, the human touch is practically impossible by the machines. You cannot have a robo nurse who will tend to the needs of a patient. Especially where the human touch is needed, no matter how nicely the robot can be made to imitate, the humans will never be satisfied. They understood that. Because machine is a machine, man is a man. So, especially educated people know this more than the foolish illiterates. Because, for example, once they showed in the TV, one robot doing arati for Balaji, shaking a bell also. So, some village people were shocked. They said, hey, nowadays even machines have started worshipping God on their own. They're thinking, can any machine operate on its own? It's just foolishness. Because you just have to program linear movements and rotary movements. You just write in the microprocessor. Accordingly, it moves. What is so great about that? Even a average 10th standard, 12th standard student can do that. If you just teach him how to do the coding and everything. So, therefore, the very first thing, most important thing in the Gita that you have to know is that wherever you find, living symptoms, living symptoms are six: the birth, the growth, the maintenance, the production of byproducts, and dwindling and death. The six things you will find. Look at a puppy dog; it was born at a certain time, and it grows also into a bigger dog. And then when it comes to youthhood, it's maintained for some time. And then it produces further puppies and everything. Then body dwindles. Then it dies one day. Same thing with humans. Same thing with trees. Same thing with a cat or anything. Same thing with all the living bodies. You can see that. So in this way, we have to observe the living bodies undergoing the six changes. And you have to observe the dead matter, not undergoing the six changes, undergoing only one change. What is that only one change? Depreciation. They say the assets like a car or a house or a machine, the only thing we count is depreciation. Like we all know, we buy things in second hand, correct? No? Why we use the word second hand? Because it's not a new thing. Say you use a car for 10 years, you are selling it. Will the cost be the same? No, because what you count there? Depreciation. Because it has been used for 10 years, it must be lower quality now. The lifespan of a car depends on its use for 10 years or 20 years. After that, it becomes scrap. Correct? No? The only change it undergoes is what? Depreciation. That's all. Unlike a living body, which undergoes the six changes. Correct? No? So, now what makes a living body a living body? That Lord Krishna explains in the second chapter of the Gita. He says, yes, there is Jada and Chetan. But out of the two, he says Chetan is superior and Jada is inferior. Can anybody say why? Why Chetan is superior and Jada is inferior? Any of you? You understand the question? You appreciate it? Chetan and Jada. Chetan means spirit. Jada means matter. So out of the two, Lord Krishna says that the living spirit, the spirit soul is superior and the matter is inferior, he says. Can you say why so?
The spirit is capable of thinking.
Yes, you can think. And the matter doesn't think. But some people say computer also plays chess and the computer can even defeat you sometimes.
All of that is again manipulation of matter. And
Manipulation of matter, correct. For example, it is like borrowed intelligence of many chess champions. The chess champions, say, take 2 dozen chess champions and put intelligence combined together, the difficult moves and steps and everything, and feed it into the computer. Then the computer is going to play the chess based on the program supplied. Just like the chat GPT. Chat GPT, say I want to write an article on mind management or something. I tell the chat GPT, give me an article. It just gives all kinds of speculation. Then I tell the chat GPT, give me an article on mind management based on Srila Prabhupada's books. Then it gives some Prabhupada books. Basically, whatever instruction you give, it just collects from that source because it has connection. There is a huge database it has from where it gathers information. Correct, no? So, in the same manner, the chess playing so-called computer is just having borrowed intelligence. It doesn't have its own intelligence, thinking. Like if you ask him to say good night in the morning, he will say good night as soon as you get up in the morning. And if you tell him say good morning, then he'll say good morning. whatever way you program it, it functions accordingly. Correct, no? Yeah. So now that is one thing which you said, thinking. What else? Yes.
The soul is permanent, whereas
Soul is permanent. The soul is imperishable, whereas matter disintegrates. That's one important difference. So therefore matter, because it is temporary, it only lives for, the matter stays for a while and then disintegrates. So it is inferior, whereas the soul is eternal and permanent and everlasting. So it's certainly superior. Any other reason why it's called superior? Yeah? Give the mic to him.
The spirit cannot be visualized, but the matter can be visualized. The spirit takes the form of whatever it is.
Okay. The spirit cannot be seen with our naked eyes, whereas matter can be seen. That means spirit is something subtler, isn't it? It's more subtle. Like Einstein wrote a book, subtle is the Lord. So subtle means he is acting, like Lord is acting everywhere, but we can't see him. Similarly, the soul also is present in a living body, but he is not visible. But the soul's presence can be seen by the behavior of the external body, made of matter. Body we can see. So because it is unseen, yet it is acting very powerfully, so we can call it superior. But for that matter, even electricity is invisible to our eyes. Electricity means passage of electrons. Flow of electrons is electricity. You can't see it. But the presence of electricity can be seen when you see a bulb, isn't it? Because then you understand it. In what way soul is considered superior? We don't say electricity is superior just because it is invisible. Any other reason why the soul is considered superior? Yeah.
because the soul can control the matter.
Exactly. That's the main reason. The soul can control matter, soul can manipulate matter. For example, man has taken some material elements, manipulated and made this computer. Man has taken material elements, manipulated and made this mic, sound system. So man is manipulating matter to use it to his advantage. Like I want to commute from one place to another. So I can manipulate matter and make a motor car, which can take me from one place to another. So that means the matter is serving the living entity, as per the living entity's design, correct? No? So in this way the matter is malleable and manipulatable by the spirit. So the spirit is superior. And matter serves him in that sense. That's why it's called superior energy. And also the spirit soul experiences happiness. The spirit soul is eternal. The spirit soul is full of knowledge. A matter is ignorance. It doesn't have any knowledge. It is a dead entity, matter. Matter is dark, spirit is light. Matter is ignorance, spirit is fully conscious. And matter disintegrates, whereas the spirit is everlasting. And matter is inferior and spirit is superior. And like for example, the spirit can act based on the platform of education, culture and devotion. Like for example, you can go to schools, colleges and get educated. And then you can be educated to cultivate values, morals, ethics, spirituality, all these things. You can educate yourself. Then you can also express your education through culture, like Bharatanatyam, or like Bharatanatyam dance, or Carnatic music, or painting, art, poetry, prose, all those things. You can express yourself through culture. And then, so if education is spiritual and culture is also based on this, then both of them together can manifest devotion to the Supreme. So the spirit has the ability to invoke devotion in his heart for the Supreme Being who is the creator of everyone and everything. So these things are possible for spirit, but not possible for matter. So now, that spirit, as I told you, the spirit in your body, which is you yourself, you are superior to the body in which you are seated. So you are the resident of the body. And the body is only a residence. Like this house is called residence. And the devotee who is living here is called resident. Correct, no? So you are the resident of the body and you're residing in the house. Just like a driver sitting in a car. The car is like the body and the driver is the resident of the car, you can say. But we generally tend to think that this is my body. We think like that. But actually this body doesn't belong to me, because besides the resident, in this body there is also a president also. Who is the president? Huh? Paramatma, the super soul. That Krishna says. He says that in the 13th chapter, 3rd verse. Kshetrajnam chapimam viddhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Kshetra gnayor jnanam yattad jnanam matam mama. Is telling Arjuna, this body is called as a field. For each field, there is one soul who is awarded the field. Just like, for example, say a king is awarding 1,000 acres to 1,000 farmers, 1 acre. And he tells them, in each of your own acre land, you can cultivate whatever you want. He says. So you are also one of the farmers, he gave you 1 acre. You can cultivate mangoes if you wish, mango trees. Or you can cultivate neem trees. But after cultivating, the king says, whatever you cultivated, you only eat it, he says. So if you cultivated mango, you will be happy to eat. But if you cultivated neem trees, so for you to survive on neem fruits would be difficult. So neem fruits are like the dukkha, and mango fruits are like the sukha. So the jiva cultivates sukha dukkha in the field allotted by God, and the field which he is possessing is given by God to him. And this body is your field. Because why this body is a field? You are using this field to do right and wrong actions. Right? That's called karma. Correct, no? Right action, punya, and wrong action, like karma and vikarma. So karma, vikarma is going to produce good and bad fruits for you, accordingly. So, but the king is the owner of all the 1,000 acres. Correct, no? So Krishna is telling, you are the Kshetrajna in your body, but I am Kshetrajna in all the bodies, he's saying. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata, he's saying. In all that means in every body, how many souls are there? 2 souls. One is resident, one is president, as I told you. Jiva and Paramatma. This is explained in the Kathopanishad, the Mundakopanishad and all. That there are 2 birds sitting in a tree. So one bird is a fruit-eating bird that cries sometimes is happy, because when it eats bitter fruits, it's unhappy. When it eats sweet fruits, it's happy. But the other bird is a silent bird, very peaceful and very happy. That bird is very peaceful. So, and who is that bird? Silent bird. Yeah? Who? Who? Who is the silent bird? The 2 birds I told you. One is you. You are one of the birds. Who is the other bird? Paramatma, yeah, super soul. And he doesn't eat bitter fruits or sweet fruits. He's always peaceful. But the bird who's a fruit-eating bird, he is doing good karma, bad karma, reaping the reactions, karmic reactions. So, like the example is given. So, now comes the point. Just as your body is running because you are present in this body. Similarly, this universe is also a very huge body, cosmic body, or a cosmic machine. And this cosmic machine also has a soul called Garbhodakashai Vishnu, we call it. Is a Vishnu form, in whose navel the first created living being Brahma was born. So he is the soul of this universe. So Garbhodaksha Vishnu, soul of this universe, and you are the soul of this body. Each body. That's the first point here he says here. Read the point again. Ishwara, God. Somebody had a mic with you? Yeah, please. Yeah. The Supreme Godhead.
The Supreme Godhead or Krishna or Brahman or the Supreme Controller or Paramatma, you may use whatever name you like, is the greatest of all. And we see wonderful things happening in the cosmic nature. We should know that behind this cosmic manifestation, there is a controller.
What is the wonderful things he's saying? When you get up in the morning, you go out in the field and see, the first thing you see is the sun shines, and then the clouds shower, and the crops grow, and the grains fructify, the fruits ripen, the flowers blossom, the seasons change, and the wind is blowing. So all these things are observable phenomenon in this world. These are all wonderful things. And everybody gets to see these things happening. See, there are 8 billion population on earth. But for all this population, the eatables are produced by God. all are getting their quota of food. All creatures have different types of food also. 8.4 million species. For everyone, it's produced. So that's a very wonderful phenomenon. How these things are happening, because science has advanced so much now, but they cannot create one grain for you and give you for eating. They cannot create one fruit. They cannot. Of course, they make plastic fruits for keeping in showcase. That is only possible. You can have a plastic mango, but you cannot make a real mango. So that's why it's wonderful. These are wonderful things. Like drinking water, potable water. You cannot create it. The ocean has vast quantity of water. But God has left that water and locked it with salt. So you cannot enjoy it. You may say, why God is so cruel? So much water he gave. Why didn't he give it as potable water? He has locked it with salt. And to separate the salt from water, my Lord, you have to take it to desalination plant. And it is very difficult to remove the salt. It's very costly affair. Correct, no? Imagine if ocean water can be converted into sweet drinking water, why would man depend on rains? Correct or not? Huh? Because man knows if you have to do that, it's a very costly affair. And to make one Bisleri bottle of water from the ocean water is going to be very costly. That's why uh, when they are having bottling plants, they don't take ocean water. Where they get from? River water. And after the rains fall, then the river flows from there. That's why some rivers are reserved for some bottling companies. They take. They can't take ocean water. So, how to convert the ocean water into drinking water? Bhagavad Gita says, by yajna. When people become devotees of God, when they worship God, align with God's will, then the rains shower after that. Annad bhavanti bhutani, parjanyat anna sambhavaha, yajnat bhavati parjanyo. Parjanya means rains. The rains come from the yajna. And the human beings, unless they perform like four things, all of you repeat this: acceptance of God, alignment with God, acting for the pleasure of God, acting on behalf of God. So first is acceptance of God. Now I told you, in every body you are the soul. Similarly, in every universe, God is the soul. Correct, no? He is a gigantic soul. We are a tiny soul. So Krishna shows how he is Vishwarupa Darshan. He is showing with millions of heads and hands and legs, isn't it? So Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad. It is said in the this thing, Purusha Sukta prayers. So he is the master of the whole universe. We are only master of the small body. And even this body also we didn't create. God has created and given us. And he has allowed us to reside in this body as a resident, and he remains as a president in this body to supervise what we are doing in this body. So now when we understand that he is the supreme, and because of his presence in the universe, wonderful things are happening in the universe. Otherwise, these wonderful things on their own, they cannot happen. Because for everything, just like look at a paper rose, look at a real rose. What are the essential differences? In a paper rose, if you want to make, you need a canvas and you need color pens. You need green color, watercolor, and you also need red color or rose color you need. And you need scissor to cut also. And you need the brain to nicely, and artistically make the petals and all. Correct, na? After that, you somehow or other, you make the rose, looks like a rose, no smell. But what God has made, it has fragrance. He has made it tender, He has made it fragrant, it has biological details. And it doesn't come one or two, it comes in millions. Millions of roses, millions of mangoes. That's why it's wonderful. His creation is wonderful. See, God is great, we are small. So he can do great things and we can do small things. So that should be understood. When we see wonderful things happening in cosmic nature, we should know behind this cosmic manifestation there is a controller. Go ahead. Nothing?
Nothing could be manifested without being controlled. It is childish not to consider the controller. For instance, a child may think that an automobile is quite wonderful to be able to run without a horse or other animal pulling it. But a sane man knows that the nature of an automobile's engineering arrangement. He always
Yeah, when I was a small kid, my father got a car, small baby, toy car. And he would give key to that, chirk, 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 like that. Some 7, 8 times he would give key and he would leave it on the floor. Like that it'll go. I used to run behind it. I used to wonder who is inside. How is it running on its own? So it doesn't run on its own. because he's given the key. A living entity has manipulated the matter in such a way that the matter is moving. Otherwise, the matter cannot move by itself. Same with the drone camera. Drone camera appears to be like a drone flying like a bee, but doesn't fly on its own. Somebody is controlling it from somewhere. That's the point he's making. So, foolish creatures cannot see the driver. Like when we come out of NVCC temple to go to the market sometimes, every morning I have experienced when I go for some preaching program. Early morning, a dog used to run behind the sumo. Wow, 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 wow. It'll run from the, from the gate up to the main road. Because the dog is thinking some bigger animal is moving. I think he's my enemy. I have to attack him. So he's considering sumo to be another creature foolishly. Doesn't know that inside the sumo there is a driver. That means one who cannot see the difference between the driver and the vehicle is considered as good as an animal according to Bhagavad Gita. There is one verse which says, what is that verse? Shariram yadavapnoti achapyutkramati Ishwar grihitvaitani samyati vayuh gandhani vasha. That comes later. Utkramantam sitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanvitam vimudha nanu pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. Two words he is using. Vimudha is one word. And jnana chakshush is another word. So vimudha means foolish. Jnana chakshush means, chakshu means what? Eyes. Jnana chakshu means? Eyes of knowledge. And mudha means foolish. So, vimudha na anupashyanti. The mudas cannot see the living spirit to be different from matter. And jnana chakshus can clearly see, oh, this is a living body, there is a spirit which is residing in this body due to which this body is functioning. And when the spirit leaves the body, then we call this body as dead. Like my father passed away in 2017. Mother, father both had passed away in 3 months gap. So I have 3 sisters and they were like broken down to tears. So I was telling my sister, you see, my father was 84 at the time. I said he lived a full life and he lived a very virtuous life and pious life and he was a good devotee. And then he came very close to the temple and he saw the devotees, he heard kirtans every day. In fact, when he left the body, we were all present also, right in front of him. I think he was looking at us, we were doing kirtan and everything, and he left. So I told them that, see, he has lived a proper life. He is going to get a good destination, naturally. And probably I can foresee that he will be born in a devotee family where surely he'll get prasadam. He'll wear tilak, he'll be chanting, dancing with devotees. We may not know where he goes, but definitely the soul will be transported by the super soul to a family where he will continue the good vibrations that he cultivated here. He will get that. No, I didn't cry even a tear at that time. Not that I'm hard-hearted and I have no love for him or something. But I know very well that the body is different, the soul is different. The body dies, but the soul never dies. The body is fed to the fire, but the soul occupies another body. Just like we all change our dress every day. So that is why one should know when we talk about this universe in which we are living in, it's very important for us to know the universe scientifically because scientists are also studying universe. We are also studying universe. But right now what we are understanding is the Gita perspective that Lord Krishna gives. So this outlook is totally different from the way the scientists are seeing the world. Now you will come to know very soon. We will talk about that. Read that further.
He always knows that behind the machinery there is a man, a driver. Similarly, the Supreme Lord is the driver under whose direction everything is working.
Yeah. Try to picturize it. There is Krishna way above in the top. And under his direction, everything is working in this world. 8.4 million species are there. All the species are moving here and there. He's supplying them food. And they are all his children. He says, Sarvayonisha Gaunteya Murtayas Sambhavanti Yaha Tasam Brahma Mahat Yonir Aham Bija Pradha Pita. He's saying, I am the seed giving father for all the living beings. And I have made them, put them here, I've given them bodies, and I'm giving them food also. Everything I have arranged. So this is the vision that Bhagavad Gita gives you. And what is the vision of mundane atheistic persons who may be scientists also? They generally think that this universe is floating and we are all living creatures. There is some possibility of a chance of life on the planet, in this planet. So somehow we are existing here. And who are you? I am a chemical bundle. Why are you existing? That I don't know. Some or other by some accident or by some chance we are existing. Yeah. And what will happen to you? I will die. After death, what will happen to you? Nothing happens. You just mix with all the chemicals. That's all. Yeah. And how this flower is coming, how the fruit is coming, how the rain is showering, how the sun is shining, how all this complex mechanism is going on. They have just no clue how these things are going on. They say we are still figuring out or finding out how it is going. They have no idea. No machine in this world can function on its own. If you see a fan rotating, that means some living entity has switched on the switch. No fan will rotate on its own in this world. Every machine has an operator behind. And you are the operator behind your body. Like I'm moving the hand now because I am present inside. If I'm not present, the hand cannot move like this. That's what then the body is called dead. Correct, no? Yeah, dead matter moves by the movement caused by the living spirit. This is a very fundamental knowledge. So similarly, the whole universe has many movements seen because the Supreme Lord is present. When Prabhupada went to London, he told the devotees, while walking on the road, he said, look at this house, look at that house, he said. So devotees looked at both the houses. It was bungalow, In UK also and the US also, many houses you find, they are of typical style they have constructed. All houses look similar. There is some rule, I heard, government has some rule. House should be constructed like this, and greenery should be here, lawn kind of thing, and then there should be aisles kept neatly, and then there's a gate and the compound wall they have made and everything. Typical houses. So devotees saw both the houses and said, Prabhupada, in this house there is light glowing, in that house there is no light. In this house, all the leaves fallen on the road, in the aisles, they are all swept away neatly. Whereas there you find all the leaves are fallen like that. And here you find this house is neat and clean. Whereas that house is dusty and there's a broken glass also. Cobwebs are seen there. So Prabhupada said, so what is the main difference do you see? They said, Prabhupada, this house looks inhabited. Somebody is there inside. And that house appears uninhabited. There's nobody. And Prabhupada said, now look at the universe now. The universe looks like this house or that house. Is universe lively or dead? Everybody agreed. Universe is very lively. Very lively. You are not the one who is asking the sun to get up in the morning. Huh? Madhbhayat vativatoyam suryastapati madhbhayat varshati indro dhagatyagnir mrityuscharati madhbhayat. Lord says, by my order the sun is rising. By my order the sun is setting. The wind is blowing. Clouds are showering. And the fire is burning. The death is taking its toll. It's all by my order, he's saying. By Lord's order it is happening. So it's a very lively universe. Just like if you have a paper with a lot of iron filings, you take a magnet and move the magnet like this, then all the things will move. The movement at the top is caused by the movement at the bottom. But which one are you seeing? Only the top. You don't see the truth behind the movement of the iron filings. That is caused by the magnet. Similarly, in this world, all the movements are caused by the supreme magnet, Krishna, who is all attractive. Magnet is attractive, but he is a supreme magnet. Krishna means all attractive. Lord, he is causing all these wonderful movements. Or like sometimes you see like a puppeteer moving a puppet, but his hands are above like this. They keep it in the curtain in the top. Nobody can see his hands. But what you can see? The puppet which is moving hands and legs. Correct, no? So, a kid was asking mother, Mom, how is this puppet moving on its own? She said, no, my dear, it doesn't move on its own. Some puppeteer is moving the fingers. So that's the first point here. Ishwara means he is like a supreme magician who is causing all these things to exist and who is causing the movements of everything. And then that example is given of the machinery and the driver. Similarly, the Supreme Lord is the driver under whose direction everything is working. Let's go to the second one. See here, there is one verse which is shown here. There is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread, just like here. These are like monies. All the monies appear to be together. But what is keeping them together? But where is the thread? People may say, but you don't see the thread. Yes, you don't see it. But if you remove the thread, all the monies will get scattered. Similarly, Krishna says, Sutre Manigana iva, Matta Paradaram Nanyat, Kinchidasti Dhananjaya, Mayi Sarvamidam Protam, Sutre Manigana iva is saying. Is the second one?
Jiva, a living entity. Now the Jivas or the living entities have been accepted by the Lord. As we will note in the later chapters, as is parts and parcels. A particle of gold is also gold. A drop of water from the ocean is also salty. And similarly, we, the living entities, being part and parcel of the Supreme Controller, Ishwara or Bhagavan, Lord Sri Krishna, have all the qualities of the Supreme Lord in minute quantities. In minute quantity, because we are minute Ishwaras, subordinate Ishwaras. We are trying to control nature as presently we are trying to control space or planets. And this tendency to control is there because it is in Krishna. But although we have a tendency to lord it over material nature, we should know that we are not the supreme controller. Introduction to Bhagavad Gita as it.
Yeah. You see, the Jiva is of same quality as the Lord. Just like there's a gold mountain, and there are golden ornaments. So you have a gold earring, or a gold ring, or a gold nose ring, or something like that. This is also gold, that is also gold. But what is the difference between this gold and that gold? That is gold mountain, whereas this is only ornament, a small ornament. So, which means that quantity is huge, whereas this quantity is small. So, God and soul, they are one in quality. He is Satchidananda Swarupam. We are also Satchidananda. He has a spiritual body. We have a spiritual body. Like Krishna says, Ajo pisan navyayatma bhutanam ishwaro pisan prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavami atmamayaya. He's saying that, Aja, I am unborn. Soul is also unborn. As soon as God was there, soul is also there. Both are eternal and both are outside the time domain. Aja. And then Avyayatma. God has an imperishable body. Soul also has a imperishable spiritual body. Then how is God different from the soul? He is saying, Bhutanam Ishwaropisan. I am the master of all Jivatmas. But we are not master of all Jivas. God is the master. Yes, you can be master of some small number of Jivas. Like for example, a man is living in a house within a compound. He can say that, I am master of my wife and children. My wife is the queen, my children are Praja, and this compound wall is my kingdom. He can have a small kingdom, correct? No? Everybody is a master of somebody. Similarly, tomorrow, let us say you become an entrepreneur, you become owner of a company, you have 500 employees. So you can be master of 500 living entities, for whom you are giving food and clothing and shelter. You are providing them, they are depending on you. But that's a small number. Now, you can see the CM, Chief Minister of one state. He is like master of a state. Then there's a Prime Minister of a country. But Prime Minister of country, he can be Prime Minister of one country. But has he got any influence over another country? No. Everybody has a jurisdiction in which you have control. That's what Prabhupada says. The Jiva also can be controller, but we are minute controller. One day Prabhupada was somewhere in Honolulu. So one jumbo jet plane was flying up. So one man told Prabhupada, Swamiji, just see, man is so intelligent, he has created a huge jumbo jet plane. How smart man is. Prabhupada said, yes, he is very smart. But when the petrol is over, it has to come down. Yes, again petrol. But look at God, how much more smarter he is. He has created Jupiter, Saturn, such huge planets which are several times much bigger than Earth also. But in these planets, they never have to come down for putting petrol. They keep going round and round. Is it not? And look at the sun, which is giving unlimited amount of energy since time immemorial. It's called Ashesha Teja. Ashesha Teja means the Tej, the effulgence and the heat of the sun. Ashesha means never gets diminished. It just goes on for crores of years. It can go on like this. Prabhupada asked, are you supplying any petrol daily for it to go on? Just see. This is God's creation. Your creation has a limitation. God's creation has no limitation. Plus, Prabhupada said one more thing. You can have greatness in one direction, but God has two-sided greatness, he said. God has made a, flying objects like Jupiter, Saturn, very big objects. But God has made another flying object which is as tiny as a small mosquito. You see, small, tiny, it just sits on your back, puts the needle, sucks the blood. By the time you catch it, it's gone. Professor, can you make a mosquito like this? So you can make greatness, great planes, but you can't make a small mosquito. So that is God's greatness. God's greatness is two-sided, not one-sided, he said. So in this way, the Jiva, the soul, is a tiny Ishwar also. God is a Param Ishwar. We are tiny Ishwar. You have control, he has control, but our control is limited. You understand? For example, in this room, imagine if there is a group of ants, they can have a leader ant. Who is the Ishwara for the other ants? But when you are sweeping the room and you're putting the hose pipe in the room, they will all get washed away, including the leader also. Leader ant and the other ants. So his Ishwaratva is finished. That's all. That is why, Indra says that. I'll just show you that one verse. See, Indra committed a mistake, thinking that himself to be Ishwara, he thought at one point of time, and he got into trouble because of that. You all know this, no? See, this is the Govardhan Leela, where Indra had done a big blunder of attacking Vajabasis with heavy rains. And then after the whole pastime was over, you all know what Krishna did. He lifted the Govardhan hill, protected the Vajabasis. Now Krishna is standing alone near the Govind Kund because he doesn't want to insult him in the public. So Krishna is standing alone under a tree. Now Indra is going to come now. She is coming. But he is very ashamed that he committed a big offense to Aparada, to the devotees. So now he will not even bring the Airavat near. He will keep it far away and he will get down from there. There only he got down. See? Now he is going to come to meet Krishna. If you see Krishna, he is seeing you. Come see? Krishna's eyes. But then Krishna will not even look at him, he will turn away again. Okay, let him come now. So then he is coming now. When he comes, he is feeling very ashamed. And he is putting his mukut down. Why? He is saying, my dear Lord, you are the actual God, not me. He is saying that you are the supreme. And I imagine that Jagadisha Maninam. Please repeat this verse. Pita Gurustvam Jagadamahisho Duratyaya Kala Upata Dandaha Hitaya Checha Tanubhi Samihase Manam Vidhunman Jagadisha Maninam. Read the translation.
You are the Father and spiritual master of the entire universe, and also its supreme controller. You are insurmountable time, imposing punishment upon the sinful for their own benefit. Indeed, in your various incarnations, selected by your own free will, you act decisively to remove the false pride of those who presume themselves masters of this world.
Sometimes the living entity is tiny, but he presumes himself to be master of this world, just like Duryodhana wanted to be king of the whole world. Hiranyakashipu wanted to be king of all the three worlds, upper, middle and lower. He was for some time. After that he was finished. In this way, Jagadishaman, Alexander wanted to capture the whole globe. He wanted to be, at the age of 29, he had practically conquered the whole earth. And in 32 he died. His Ishwaratva was finished. Correct, no? So, Manam vidhunman jagadisha manina. You cleanse that impurity of living beings thinking, I am the boss on a boss. Living entity is one of the other living entities, but he imagines himself to be the master of everybody. So, yeah. Mamaishwarya Srimadando Dandapanim Napashyati Tam Brahmshayami Sampadbhyo Yasya Chechamyanugraham. So Lord is saying to Indra, Mamaishwarya Srimadando, due to blindness, a living entity starts thinking, I am God in the world. Everyone is under me. Like Hitler wanted to destroy 11 million Jews he killed. And he wanted to become master of the world. Finally, he committed suicide. You know that? Himself also. So Dandapanim na pashyati. They don't know God is standing with his weapons, and he can. We are defeated in the form of time. Mrityu sarva harashchaham in this world. So in this way, the Lord, see, he has put the mukut down, but Lord will tell him, no need. You don't have to give up your post, but you have to give up your pride. That you are the ultimate God. So, actually, Indra thought, because I committed such aparad, now Lord will send him to Yamaloka to be beaten up. He thought. But Lord forgave him. No problem. You go back. Gamyatam shakrabhadram vaha kriyatam menushasanam Stiyatam swadhikareshu yuktairvah stambhavarjitaihi Gamyatam Shakra. Shakra is Shatakratu. Oh, a performer of 100 sacrifices. Gamyatam. Now you may go now. Bhadram Baha. Oh, auspicious one. Why you are auspicious? Because your pride is gone now. Before that you are proud. You were not Bhadram. Now you have become Bhadram now. Yeah. Kriyatame Shasanam. On my order, you should rule the world, is saying. Yeah. Yuktair. No problem. You can rule the world. But Stambhavarjitaihi. Give up your false pride. Like that the Lord told. So he surrendered after that. So in this way, you find Indra's. So Indra is a tiny Ishwara. In this world there are many tiny Ishwaras. But our Shruti mantra say that Tam Ishwaranam Paramam Maheshwaram Tam Daivatanam Paramam Chadaivatam Patim Patinam Paramam Parastat Vidama Devam Bhuvaneshwamidyam Yasmat Param Na Paramasti Kinchit. Beyond him, there is no one in this world. He is ultimate, he is saying. Tam Ishwaranam Paramam Maheshwara means amongst all the controllers, he is the supreme controllers. Amongst all the leaders, he is the supreme leaders. He is leader of leaders. Patim Patinam, he is saying. Paramam Parastat, he is saying. And he is the ultimate leader, and he is called Asamavurdhva. Asama Avurdhva. There is no one equal to him, no one greater than him. And he is a permanent leader. All other leaders are posted and removed. But God will never be removed. Nobody can remove him because he is ultimate. He is a leader of all leaders, he is saying. Yasmat param na paramasti kinchit. Beyond him, there is no other truth. Same thing Muslims say, no, la ilaha illallah. Same meaning. Which means there is no one besides him, the capital G-O-D. Yasman Naniyo Joyosti Kinchit. Not only he is bigger than the biggest, he is smaller than the smallest also. And then he is saying, Vrikshaiva stabdo divideshtatyekastenedam purnam purushena sarvam. He is like the original tree of which the material world is a upside down reflection in the water. In 15th chapter of the Gita it's explained. So in this way, the Jiva is tiny, but he wants to control the whole globe. Look at the picture here. This fellow wants to control the globe. That fellow wants to sit on gold biscuits and have a sack of dollar notes. So living entity has this type of desires. I want to accumulate a lot of money. Lakpati want to become Karodpati. Karodpati want to become Arabpati. Arabpati want to become Kharapati. And Kharapati want to take away Lakshmi and become Lakshmipati, Ravana. Ravana wanted to take away Lakshmi and he was destroyed. Lakshmipati is Supreme Lord. Similarly, one wants to expand one's domain to all the planets. Bali Maharaj also took over all the three worlds, and of course he was not destroyed because he became devotee. Otherwise Hiranyakashipu was destroyed because... So in this way, Jivas are tiny. That is why we are sent to this world to reform this mentality as Indra was reformed now. Yeah. See this fellow, who is this? Hiranyakashipu. I am God, he is saying. See? Mera naam jap karo. Om Hiranyakashipu namaha. He is telling Prahlad. Prahlad is saying, no. Om namo Narayana namaha. He becomes very angry immediately. Hiranyakashipu. Yeah. Read this.
Prakriti, material nature. The manifestation of the world is not accepted as false. It is accepted as real, but temporary. It is likened into a cloud which moves across the sky, or the coming of the rainy season, which nourishes grains. As soon as the rainy season is over and as soon as the cloud goes away, all the crops which are nourished by the rain dry up. Similarly, this material manifestation takes place at a certain interval, stays for a while, and then disappears. Such are the workings of Prakriti. But this cycle is working eternally. Therefore, Prakriti is eternal. It is not false. Nothing could be manifested without being controlled. It is childish not to consider the controller. Lord refers to this as my Prakriti. This material nature is a separated energy of the Supreme Lord.
So there are two people, the atheistic scientists think that the world is just existing and going on its own. For example, say you have kept your scooter outside. I just pick it and take it and go. You catch me and say, hey, how can you take my scooter? I say, I didn't see the owner, so I took it. So what do you call that fellow as? What do you call such a person? Thief. He's a thief, actually. Similarly, God has created, fruits and vegetables and cereals and everything put here. And people living it, taking and enjoying, not asking whom does it belong to. Can you do this in marketplace? Where can you go and do that? Immediately they'll catch you, isn't it? So in this world, everything belongs to someone. If a pen is lying also, owner may not be immediately seen, but somebody has missed it. So pen belongs to somebody, rubber belongs to somebody, suitcase belongs to somebody, car belongs to somebody. In the same manner, this world, such a huge, at least small thing, if you think it is existing, it's nobody, you may say, but such a big thing, how can you say it's nobody? Such a huge thing, with all the replete with so many resources. So three things Prabhupada says in 3.9, 10, 11, you will read. The vegetables, fruits, cereals, water and spices and all those eatables. Secondly, he says the rains, the wind, the sunlight, the moonlight and all those things. And thirdly, he says all the minerals and navaratnas and all those things, gold, silver, diamond, navaratnas, and also iron, sulfur, manganese and all that. Three categories. Third one is all minerals. First one is all vegetables and fruits and cereals and grains. And the second one is heat, light, wind, and all those things. All these three things are all God's creation. It's available for us. Now we can take them with God's permission. So now here comes the point. Prabhupada is saying here, it is childish not to consider the controller like the foolish atheistic people. They are taking and enjoying, not knowing whom does it belong to. So Krishna says, Binna me prakriti rashtada. Bhumi rapo anala vayu kam manah buddhi revacha. Binna me There's 8 elements. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego. All these things are created by me and put here. They belong to me. The owner has already claimed. Krishna says, I am the owner. If anybody says, I don't know, catch them and show them this verse in Bhagavad Gita, 7.4, 7.5. And then he says, Apareyam mitastwanyam prakritim viddhi me param. Beyond this material world, there is another world called spiritual world. That nature also belongs to me only, he says. Jiva bhutam mahabaho yedam tariyate jagat. So there also he says, Prakritim apareyam itastwanyam prakritim viddhi me. There also he uses the word me. Me means mine. Me means mine. Ownership. This is one to me, that's also one to me. Both he is saying. Like owner can say, ground floor house belongs to me, the top floor also belongs to me. I am living there and other fellows I can allow them to live here. So you guys are living here and he lives there, correct, no? Same way Krishna lives in Goloka and we live in Boloka. So we living in it is here and owner is there, correct, no? So both belong to him. Like that the Lord is saying. So it is childish not to consider the owner. Just some of the boys say, we will live here, very nice place, but we will not consider the owner. Then his son will come and catch you. Papa, they are not giving rent now. Isn't it? So who is son? Prabhupada is the son. Coming to catch, hey, living in it is get up now. You are not paying tax to Krishna now. Therefore he gave Bhaktivedanta purports, correct, no? To wake us up that you have to pay the tax to the Lord, isn't it? So in this way, and then he says another category of people, Mayavadis, and personally they say, oh, this world is Maya. Brahmam Satyam, Jagat, Mithya, they say. Prabhupada says, how can it be Mithya? They say, no. This is like a rope, and the spiritual world is like a snake. We are imagining the rope to be a snake. It's just illusion, they say. Prabhupada says, neither the rope nor the snake is illusion. Both are existing. If a snake doesn't exist, then you will never misunderstand the rope to be snake. Correct, no? Yeah. And also because you are looking at the rope now, the rope is existing. which you may consider as a snake or something like that. So that is also reality. So anything that comes from the Lord is reality. Matter is reality, but the manifestation of matter is temporary. For example, when we were in our school days, our teacher would bring this, what do you call that? China clay. She would take one gola and give it to each student. And then you can make a tiger, you can make a lion, you can make a deer, you can make an eagle. You would make different shapes. Somebody would make one thing. Somebody will make a human being. Somebody will make Krishna, Rama, whatever. Many people do different things like that. And they would play with that for some time. When the period gets over, what they would do? They would take, and the madam would tell, all of you bring it back. Just put it together like this and give it back. Now, the china clay is always existing, but the shapes and forms which you made, that is temporary. Correct, no? That is temporary. So matter is eternal, but the manifestation of matter is temporary. So this is the difference between spiritual world and material world. In spiritual world, God and the living forms are never temporary. They are all eternal. The spiritual variety is eternal. Material variety is temporary. Is that clear to all of you? Material variety is temporary. Spiritual variety is permanent. Yeah. Like you have identity in spiritual world, that will never be destroyed. The body in the spiritual world, spiritual body, that's never destroyed. Eternally it exists. Krishna's body will always remain like that. And all the bodies of the living entities also. So one nice example Prabhupada gives here about the rain. In Pune, we have one farm close to our Pune temple in a 1 hour distance called Vella Farm, Rajagada. So one day I was going in the car. When we were crossing the bridge, there is one bridge you have to cross, and a big river was flowing below, gushing with water, like that, and lot of greenery all around, butterflies flying and colorful flowers and fruits. And so I told the devotees, my Lord, what an amazing sight it is, greenery all around. So I wish, I don't want to go from this place, I want to be here. So then the devotees told me, Prabhu, this is like this because it's a rainy season now. The 4 months rainy season is always like this. Once rainy season is over, everything will be sukha, ruka sukha. After that it will become very dry. So this is only the attractive thing during the rainy season. That means when the rain showers, everything looks green. Later on it dries up. Similarly, Prabhupada says material world, because of the 3 gunas, sattvagun, rajogun, tamagun, it looks very attractive and colorful for some time. Afterwards, these are all temporary, perishable realities. Like you see, young boys, young girls, they would wear very colorful dresses. Yesterday, we went to BITS College. We did a program. On the way we were coming back, what was going on? Garba, I think, is it? The people dancing with colorful. What kind of dress people wear and come, correct, no? Looks like fairies descending from the sky. Many of the girls and boys also dress very gorgeously. Correct. No? They look like heroes. They look like heroines. Okay, it's all this attraction is very great. But then you will see this body will not remain like this forever. When you when you grow 30, 40, 50, 60, you can see how the grandparents look. When they go beyond 70, 80, people, we go in Harinam Sankirtan in the morning, in Pune. We go to one park. We go Nana Nani Park. If you go there, all Nana Nanis are doing exercise there. Because their hands, legs are not working properly now. Because they have become 70, 80. They have to make sure the joints are working properly. They are doing exercise. We should tell them, please chant the holy name because the body is running out of fuel now. Anytime, if they're close to 70, 80, the hair has become white and the tooth one out, two out, all out, going away. So better prepare. Don't waste your time. Anytime the soul will have to leave the body. The body has become old, getting invalid now. So they have to quit. So instead of, no matter how much you repair the body, you are not going to be here forever. Better you chant the holy name and prepare for your next life. So that's why we should know that the matter is matter is permanent, but the manifestation of matter is temporary in this world. That's what he's explaining. So Prakriti means there are 2. One is Bhautik Prakriti, one is Adhyatmik Prakriti. Material nature and spiritual nature. Yeah. So here it's shown the picture, you see. The bottom one is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar, creator, maintainer and destroyer. This is material existence. Made up of what? Material existence is made up of what? Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, ego. Correct, no? Whereas that spiritual nature, that is made up of Chinmaya, huh? Chintamani prakarasad masukalpa vriksha. You say, no? That's all Chintamani gems. And then bodies are all spiritual. Huh? Krishna's body, cow's body, covered boy's body, all are Satchidananda, correct? No? Yeah. Read that. What is material nature?
What is material nature? This is also explained in Gita as inferior Prakriti, inferior nature. Prakriti is always under control, whether inferior or superior. Prakriti is female and she is controlled by the Lord just as the activities of a wife are controlled by the husband. Prakriti is always subordinate, predominated by the Lord, who is the predominator. Material nature itself is constituted by three qualities: the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance.
Yeah. See, Prakriti is Durga Devi. And her master of Prakriti is Krishna, 9.10. Who knows the verse? 9.10. Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti. Adi means above, Aksha means eyes. Adi Aksha means supervision. Super means Adi. Aksha means vision. Supervision. Adhyaksha. Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti. Sueta Sitara. He's saying that I am the supervisor of Durga, he says. How he does his supervision? See, God's two eyes are called as sun and moon. You know that? In the Vishnu Sahasranam it is mentioned, God's eyes are sun and so one hot eye and one cool eye. With the hot eye, he produces rains, grains, fruits, cereals, spices, everything. With cool eye, he supplies 6 types of juices: sweet, salt, sour, pungent, astringent, bitter. He does that. So with the two eyes, the Lord is looking at the Prakriti, nature. And that's how nature is producing all these things. Correct, no? Just like a man is sitting in the drawing room and some guests are coming. 4 or 5 guests are coming. Immediately he looks into the kitchen and gives a signal to the wife. And the wife will cook some snacks and immediately bring it and give, and the husband will give it to his friends. Similarly, Lord is glancing at Durga and saying, hey, Durga, all my children have come here. Please give them appropriate foods. So then she is producing all these things, grains, fruits, cereals, everything, and she is distributing to us. So just as you are a soul, superior energy, who is controlling matter. Similarly, Krishna is also the Supreme Lord who is controlling the big material energy. But there's a very big difference. You see, when we try to control material energy, we get kicks by her. When we especially exploit material energy. You can see that. For example, if I cook some food and then eat, if I overeat, I get problem in the belly. Correct, no? Or if somebody, while living in the material world, is breaking the regulative principles, they get slaps and kicks by Durga. Correct, no? Somebody smoking cigarette, they get lung cancer. Somebody gets liver cirrhosis by drinking. Correct, no? So which means the material energy is not under our control. It's under Krishna's control. Like that is saying. Yes. Read this. The two
The
Prakritis.
two Prakritis,
Yeah.
both the living entity and the material nature, are explained as Prakriti, the energy of the Supreme Lord. But one of the two, the Jiva, is conscious. The other Prakriti is not conscious. That is the difference. Therefore, the Jiva's Prakriti is called superior because the Jiva's has consciousness which is similar to the Lord's.
These 8 types.
These 8 types of material nature: earth, water, fire, air, sky, mind, intelligence, and ego. These are material nature. Bhinna Prakriti Rastara. They are separated energies. Aparyayam.
Apareyam mitastu anyam prakritim viddhi me param. Yeah, beyond this.
Beyond this, these are inferior, apara. And beyond this apara Prakriti, there is another superior Prakriti.
That's called para prakriti. Yeah.
What is that? Jivas bhutam, mahabaho, yayedam, dharyate jagat. That is the living entity.
Yeah. So now you understood these 3 things. You understood Jiva, you understood Ishwar, and you understood Prakriti also. Fourth one is Kala. These 2 will go fast. Yeah. Read the Kala.
Kala, time factor. Kalena Mahata, by the great power. Kala means time. Time has got his influence, very great influence. Time's business is whatever you make, time will try to kill you. That's all.
Like, for example, it is said, time makes young people into old people, isn't it? It makes jet black hair into white hair. It makes clean faces into wrinkled faces. It makes not only young people into old people, it makes old people die. And it takes the dead people to the graveyard. And time devours everything. You can see, keep a apple on the table. After a week, you come back and see it is rotting. You will see that. So time devours everything in this world. Only we need the vision to see how the time is following everything and everyone. Yeah.
You make a nice house, very nice house, but as soon as it becomes older, it is being killed. You have very good body, nice body, but the influence of time is trying to kill you. That is the influence of time. So, in the Bhagavad Gita, you'll also find that when Arjuna saw the universal form of Krishna, he asked that, "Who are you?" And Krishna said in that universal form that, "I am Kala. I have come to kill." That's it. This was the answer.
Yeah. So I'll show you one picture. See this? You're able to see? How the little girl has changed, you see? Hmm. Now she must be probably 90, I think, close to 90. How much change is that? Isn't it? Huh? How the body changes. That's time. Effect of time. Yeah. But the only thing is it's very slow. Nowadays they have taken videos of growth of a plant. You've seen that? Huh? Actually, it grows slowly, it grows, but they can run it in fast motion. And they can show how the things grow and the flowers come, fruits come. You take a video, put a video there next to the plant, it grows slowly, and then later on you can make it faster and show it how it grows. So it happens because how the plant grows is a slow thing, correct? Now we used to do gardening, how the jandu flower comes, you know. So a gradual thing. In the same manner, because things change slowly, many times you don't even see that things are changing. Like right now, you're sitting on the earth. You know, even when the earth moves, you don't know that it's moving. Correct now? Many times everything looks like still, like sun is in the east and it comes in the west in the evening. We don't realize the motion many times. Huh? So the time is moving always. Therefore, intelligent people should realize that with the rising and setting of the sun, one day from my life will be cut. Just like that calendar you remove, one sheet you remove every day. On 31st December, everything is over. Like that, our Ayush will be over. But before our lifespan gets finished, we should become Krishna conscious. Huh? Yeah. Last one, read it.
Karma, activities. The effects of karma may be very old indeed. We are suffering or enjoying the results of our activities from time immemorial. But we can change the results of our karma or our activity, and this change depends on the perfection of our knowledge. We are engaged in various activities. Undoubtedly, we do not know what sort of activities we should adopt to gain relief from actions and reactions of all these activities. But this is also explained in the Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah. So, we do not know what we should do to gain relief from the actions and reactions of these activities. People don't know generally. Huh? So, therefore, you understand, yesterday one boy was asking me about the desires. Huh? He said, "Sir, I think desire is a very dangerous thing." Immediately. Then I told him that all desires are not pain producing. Huh? You have to convert material desire into spiritual desires. Huh? Like, for example, when you eat unoffered food, it is sinful. But when you eat food that is offered to God, it is sanctifying. In the same manner, what you see with your eyes, there is material beauty, there is spiritual beauty. Huh? So, if your senses are used for serving the Lord, you can get a higher taste. Like in Radha Gopinath temple in Bombay, once Gauranga Prabhu was telling, very close to Radha Gopinath temple, there is one place called RG's Discotheque Center. Huh? So some boys used to go for dancing in the discotheque center. But for dancing, if you want to dance half an hour, you have to pay 500 rupees for dancing there. Our Gauranga Prabhu used to say, if you come to our temple and dance, this is another RG. This is Radha Gopinath. So if you go to RG's, you have to pay 500. Here it is free. And not only that, after dancing, he'll give you one plate of prasadam also. You know. So you transform your desires. Instead of dancing in Garba, you dance for Krishna. Correct, no? Instead of eating karmi food, you eat prasad. Instead of singing a cinema song, you sing Krishna's song. Correct, no? So that's what, in this way, we can destroy the karmic reactions. So beyond karma and vikarma, good and bad actions, there is spiritual karma. Spiritual karma means which is done in connection to God. like you all are doing now. Now today morning you all took out time to come for the class now. So this time has become sanctified in your day. You have engaged it in Lord's service. So in this way the Jiva can become, see the Jiva is, it's not coming here. No. See the Jiva can attain liberation from all suffering. So what is that sound? Huh? Yeah, I can read that. Liberation means?
Liberation means freedom from material consciousness. Situation in pure consciousness means acting in accordance with the instruction of Krishna. First, the Jiva's consciousness under the covering of the material circumstances is
is pervertedly reflected. Going to come? Yeah. The Jiva's consciousness?
The Jiva's consciousness under the covering of material circumstances is pervertedly reflected. Second, due to this, he is entangled in the actions and reactions of his own karma.
See, the spiritual world is real variety, but material world is like a jail. Say, for example, right now the door is closed, I am in a room inside. If people are walking on the road, their shadow will come and fall in the wall here. So I am only seeing shadowy bodies in this world. The real body with substance is outside, in the spiritual world. You understand, no? So material world is a perverted reflection. For example, if I do my hand like this, and I do like this on the wall, like here you see, what it looks like? Looks like a deer, isn't it? So that is only shadow, the real substance is here. Similarly, the spiritual world has real bodies which never perish. But the material existence has shadowy bodies which are always created and destroyed. That's what he's saying. So because we take this shadowy body seriously, we get entangled in this body. You all heard about this liquid beauty story, no? How Prabhupada explains, he was attracted to the shadowy body of the woman. Then he understood. And then go ahead, one must become free from this bodily conception of life. The living entity, being part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, is neither the creator nor the enjoyer, but a cooperator. Yeah, see the picture. Mother, mom, get out of the kitchen, I am going to cook today. My mother says, beta, what do you know to cook in the kitchen? If you are very adamant, okay, then she gets a kitchenette and gives a toy kitchenette. And then the girl is thinking, oh, now I got my own kitchen. She's very happily trying to cook, and then when noon time comes, the child is hungry. She's going to mom and say, Mama, I'm very hungry now. Mom is asking, you were cooking, what happened to that? Child says, that was all play. My cooking is useless. Now whatever you have cooked, I'll eat it. The child goes back. Similarly, all of us, we wanted to be the pivotal figure in the spiritual world. So Krishna said, you can't be pivot here, you can't run the spiritual world. It's like a small boy, like imagine if this boy says, he wants to drive an Innova car. Can the father give him? He cannot drive, he's too small, his leg cannot even reach the brake. Correct, no? Isn't it? And therefore, and if Papa says, no, beta, you sit by my side, you can watch me drive. He says, no, I want to drive. And Papa says, okay, sit on my lap, we both will drive together. He says, no. If I sit on your lap, you will drive and I'll be just making a show of driving. He will sit behind with mother and I will drive. He's very adamant. So father can do three things. One thing, father can give him a tight slap and say, chup chop, bite over there. Then what happens? The child will cry. And the relationship between father and son will become spoiled by that. Or the father says, okay, I will put my son in the front, me and my wife will sit behind, I will close our eyes. Jo hona ha hone do. Then the car may go and hit a tree and that may be a terrible accident. It's not good. It's not very safe. Correct, no? But what the intelligent father does, he gives his son another toy car. Okay, take this toy car. And the son is more happy than even in our car also. He says, you have your car, I have my car. So I have my aham car. I am the car. So that's what the little kid, she got her own kitchenette now. She's thinking it's my kitchen. But then she couldn't make anything. Similarly, our toy car is this body, mental body. So, see, Krishna is dancing with the gopis in the spiritual world, but his dance is pure. Because his dance has no sense gratification. It's on a platform of pure love. They're all pure devotees who are given that position of the gopis. The purest of the pure jivas, they are given the chance to dance with the Lord. Whereas here, when we dance in Garba dance, it's more of boys impressing girls and girls impressing boys. There is no God in that equation, correct, no? But when devotees are dancing with the Lord, just like, uh, this thing I'll show you. Limited control we have. We don't have unlimited control. So we have to become free from bodily conception of life. Okay. The relationship is like master and servant. The master is satisfied, servant is satisfied. Like you see, Hanuman and Hanuman served Lord Rama and became glorious. Hanuman is as famous as Rama, correct? No? Rama is master and Hanuman is servant. Both are famous. So one should be happy in that position. Mukti ritva anyata rupam swarupena vyavasthiti. These purified activities are called bhakti. Yes. Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhakta Vrinda ki. So you learn 5 tattvas. What are the 5? Ishwara, Jiva, Prakrti, Kala, and Karma. Okay.